This is Tony Gonzalez from Made in Metal, and today we are going to talk to Mike Della Bella, who recently released his second CD called The Man with the Red Shoes. Hello, Mike, how are you?
Hi, Tony. It's very nice meeting you. Hi, how are you?
Fine, thank you. My first question is, what is your connection with Spain?
My connection in Spain started from my first album. When I recorded my first album, I did it for myself. There was no idea of publishing it. Okay, I found some old tapes, some old ADAT tapes in my parents' house. They were moving house, so I hired some musicians, professional musicians, to make these songs for myself. Okay, my songs for myself. I can play guitar and keyboards, but not as good as my professional musicians. Okay, so I hired some musicians to make that songs. So we did those 10, 11 songs. I don't remember how many. And I just put them on Facebook. And so a guy from Spain, from Madrid, actually, my friend Ruben Rey, contacted me via Facebook and asked me, "Are you the Mike of the Mike Della Bella project?" I said, "Yes, it's me." "I like your album. I would like to buy it." I say, "I'm sorry, it's not possible to buy it because we didn't release it." And so from that on, a lot of people from Spain started to call me, and I got to know Fran Alonso from Hackers, and I met them in 2019 at the Choco concert in Madrid with La Fase and 91 Suite, and I got to know these Spanish guys, and something magical happened. So I started to have people that liked my music in Spain, and we got a very chemical connection of friendship. That's how it started.
So, is this your second CD or your first CD?
That's my second CD.
Ah, perfect.
I'll show you my first one. Okay?
Yes, please.
Just there. Okay? So here you have something that very few people know about. This is the very first promotional only CD that I did for my friends. That was not for sale. Then a lot of people started asking me, "Why don't you print it? Why don't you print it?" So we did. And we printed this one. Then the summer, that was out on May 9, 2019. In July 2019, I got a call from one of your fellow journalists, Toshikatsu Kanazawa from Japan. Okay, he's a very famous journalist in Japan. And he emailed me. I didn't ask for anything. He emailed me and asked me, "Mike, I like your work. Would you like to enter the CD market in Japan?" What would you think my answer? Of course. You know, where do I have to sign? In 3 months, he got me a contract with P-Vine. I got the band together. We did 2 bonus tracks, and this came out, the Japanese CD. Okay, so this is how it started, from just nothing, for friends only, to a Japanese release. And P-Vine is also releasing this new one. So it's like a fairy tale.
Yes, it's like a fairy tale. Yes, the new CD is called "The Man with the Red Shoes."
Correct.
What are the difference that we can find between the new CD and the CD you has just shown me?
Okay, in one, I had no idea of making a professional album. Okay, so the arrangements were very simple. The choices of the songs were very simple, because I am writing songs since I am 15. I have like 250 songs. I already have the songs for my third album. And For instance, in one, all the songs were from the 80s and 90s. No new songs. Just one of the bonus, no, not even the bonus tracks for Japan. In the new album, 2 songs are new, and the others are from the 90s. Okay? The difference are, the second album, I got a call from a guy in the United States called Lindemann, okay? And he's an old guy. He worked for so many big. He's mixing now for Michael Bolton. He mixed Rolling Stones. He's going with Roberta Flack. He's going very back, and he won Grammys in the 80s. He liked my work on the first one, and then introduced me to Will Lee, the bass player. Okay, we had a chat with Will Lee on the phone. Then Will Lee came in Rome. We had the pizza together with me, my wife, his wife, Daniele, the guitar player. We went out for a supper together, for dinner together, and he's a very, very nice guy. And he accepted to play 2 tracks in my album. Then, through him, I got to Nathan East, who accepted to play 2 tracks in my album. Although I never spoke directly to Nathan, I had an email exchange with him. I never heard him on the phone. With Will, we exchange message all the time. And then, when in Italy we say that when you start to eat, the hunger comes. And so I had Willie and I had Nathan East. I tried also Leland Sklar, but at that time, number one, he had an injury to his arm. And number 2, he was promoting the first Immediate Family album. So he was not able to play on my album. And I contacted Shannon Forrest, that I knew from Toto, because I'm a fan of Toto. I've done like 24 VIP meetings with them, the meet and greets. And when they are in Italy, I always brought them mozzarella cheese, Parmesan cheese. And so they recognize me and I have contact with them. And so it started like this with one another, and then the musicians started to call them one another, and that's how the production grew. Daniele and Mauro and myself, we did all 3 together the arrangements in my studio with some kind of idea of making an album, not like the first one. That was something that was for my own pleasure only. Yes. So that's the difference.
So one of the singers in this album is Nana Petrossi. She's a young woman. Tell me, did you know her before this recording? Or tell me, how did you know him and how is he coming in this album?
Nana, her real name is Valentina Petrossi, Valentina Nana Petrossi. She's from Rome. She's actually the partner of the keyboard player of Mauro Scardini. When I started looking for my musicians, professional musicians for one, I started asking around with my old musicians of the 90s if they could give me some names of someone that could be a keyboard player. So they gave me the name of Mauro Scardini, who's an incredible arranger and keyboard player. And I went to him with the songs, and the old version of the songs had a woman singing. And when I was playing in the 80s and the 90s, I always had a woman singing. And he asked me, "Do you have the singer?" I said, "Unfortunately, the singer of this project moved to Dubai with her husband, so she cannot be here to sing it." So and that's my partner; she sings. So I discovered Valentina, that sang all the first album, that she has an incredible, powerful voice, very soulful, and I loved it. And so she's in the first record. On the second record, when we want to make the step further to do it more international album, we thought of bringing inside some other kind of voices. So we have male voices and we have another female singer. We tried to do the best for each track, but Valentina is incredible.
Incredible, yes. And another singer is Mashanda Favor, a woman who I knew through your music. Tell me, where did you meet her and how did you choose her?
Yeah, okay, this is nice. Number one, the second album, The Man with the Red Shoes, started with 3 or 4 different drummers. I had at the beginning 3 or 4 different drummers. Then wanting to make this something a little bit more consistent, we went down to 2 drummers. One was Shannon Forrest. The second one is J. Rod Sullivan. Okay, it's a young guy from Georgia. I saw him on YouTube, and I wrote him, said, "Hey man, I love your groove. You're very, very funky. Would you like to play on my record? How much is for you to play on my record?" He was very, very nice to me. We had a video call, and he was on straight away. So he plays in more than half of the album. When I needed some female voices, I knew I needed a black voice to do that 2 songs, because those songs are a little soulish, funky, something like that. And he gave me the name of a guy that, or I don't remember if he gave me the name of Mashanda directly. Anyway, I met Mashanda, Favors, and Justin Levy, the guy that is doing some kind of backgrounds also, more or less at the same time. One called the other. Okay, I heard Mashanda on something that she did on YouTube. I liked her. I called her. "Hello, I'm Mike from Rome. I have this project, blah blah blah. Do you want to play? Do you want to sing it on it?" And so she was in for these 2 songs.
Where did she record her voice?
Allora, unfortunately, we couldn't record everything in my studio. Okay, she recorded at her studio. The bass players recorded, Willie and Nathan East recorded at their own studios. Shannon Forrest and J. Rod recorded the drums at their own studios. And the vocals that are not Italians recorded in their own studios. Okay, here we only did the editing, the mixing, and all the adjustments that needed to be done after the recording. Okay, apart from that, all the guitars are here. Apart from Fran Alonso, of course, he recorded in Gran Canaria, and you know, but the main things were recorded here. Apart from the foreign guys. Nice thing is to say about St. Paul Peterson. St. Paul Peterson is a guy that was discovered by Prince. He played in Purple Rain, and he's in the Minneapolis group of musicians. And I asked Willie, said, "Listen, I need a guy to make some kind of crooner part, you know, some kind of like, I don't want to say Michael Bublé because I don't like him, more like Sinatra, okay?" And he said, "I have the guy." He gave me the contact of St. Paul Peterson. I called him. He heard the song, and he was in a second. And he was the nicest. I met the nicest guy in the industry. The more they are famous, in my opinion, the less they are difficult to relate to.
I agree with you. I totally agree with you. Yes. And one of the singers who sings in 4 songs in the CD is Robbie LeBlanc. Tell me, did you contact him like the way you did with the other musicians?
More or less, because with Robbie, I had the idea of having a male singer, okay? And I wanted, for those songs, a rock singer, because I thought that mixing someone that has a rock soul with some more West Coast AOR style music could come something really powerful. So I started thinking about Robbie, also talking to Peter Friedstedt about it, and finally Rocky, from a guy from Madrid, gave me the contact of LeBlanc. Also with him, phone call, and he was in like this. Very, very nice guy. Very nice guy. And he had a lot of fun because he's always singing the same. He's always singing the same kind of style. This kind of melodic hard rock, you know. And he proved, in my opinion, he proved in my record that he can sing anything he wants.
Is there any musician, apart from you, who has been a milestone in this CD to make that this CD will be a product totally complete and a whole product that you like?
No, I think I did that. I had the idea of doing it like it is because I wanted to do it like it is. I had all the ideas of the arrangements. I wanted to do them this way because I don't have a producer. I'm my own producer. I can do whatever I want. Okay, even with my other band, Tridelli, it started like a Mr. Big thing, and we have a country tune. So I don't care, you know. I like to put things together, and people here call me like I'm a chef because I can put things together and make them work. I don't know if they work, but they work for me. So important thing is I do something I like. And that's I think I am the milestone around what everything is turning. I wanted that to be done that way, and if I was not happy with them, I would have them doing that 10 times. I'm not that smiling when I'm producing. I'm not that easy to work with, but I wanted something very close to what my idea. Something nice is the 504 horns, the guys of the Vientos, because I knew them through Trevor Lukather. They played on one of his tracks. I asked Trev for the contact. He gave me the contact, and I talked with Jason Parfait, that's the head of the 504 horns, and they were on board. Also, very, very easy. They liked it. And they recorded all by themselves. I asked them what kind of brass section I wanted. I wanted 2 trumpets, like Toto. I want 2 trumpets. I want trombone, sometimes 2 trombones because I like low ends, and 2 saxophones. So I gave all the directions to people how to do what. It's very much my own product. And I was helped since the very beginning by the best friend of my life. He's a co-producer here. He's Faber Farina. He's a co-producer because he has very good ears, and he was telling me something that was not correct here and there. And Faber was also the project supervisor. Without him, I wouldn't be able to do it because he was after the artwork that is done by Joey Policarpo, a guy from Brazil. And he was after all these little details that make the thing a whole. Unfortunately, he could not come to Madrid, but he's very much part of the project.
You have a very good keyboard player, Mauro. Yes. So the reason why you have a Bill Champlin in the CD is not because you need a keyboard player.
Bill Champlin is one of my heroes. I have all his albums. Of course, I didn't need him, but I wanted him. Like, for instance, when we started talking with Peter Friedstedt, that also helped me with some very, very good advices here and there, and played guitar on Affinity also. He introduced me to Ronnie Lati. He's the mixing engineer that did the record. He's the same mixing engineer that is mixing CWF with Champlin, Peter Friedstedt, and Williams. And so talking to Peter, I understood there was a possibility of hiring Bill Champlin, and to me it was a dream. It was a dream come true to have him play one of my tracks, because these people don't do it for money. They're good with what they have, but if they don't like the product, they're not going to show up. So first thing, I was very curious to see if he liked the track. He loved the track, and he did the solo right away, and I'm very happy to have him because, of course, again, he's one of my heroes, and it's like putting like the cherry on the cake, you know. It's not that I needed him, but I wanted him.
Yes, I understood perfectly. Bill Champlin is an exceptional musician who I met here in Madrid some years ago. A very nice person. Yes.
Exactly.
Yes. But you also work with some Spanish musicians. So who were they and how did you meet them?
The 2 guys. One is Fran Alonso from Hackers, and one is Jesus Espin from 91 Street and Secret. Okay. So I know much better Fran Alonso. Okay. Number one, because I don't know why, but the Mike Della Bella project shares a little bit the fan base of hackers. I don't know why is that, because we are very different. But we share the same, a lot of people that like hackers like me. I don't know why, but that's how it is. That's how it was for one, and that's how it's going to be. It's starting to be with the second album. Okay. I consider hackers like brothers, like musical brothers to me. I met them personally because I wanted to meet them, and I went with Faber Farina at the concert in 2019 in November at Choco, and there was also Elvis Pescosa playing keyboards. It was Cesar, Victor, everyone was there. Paquito, of course, the drummer. I met them, and they were when I met them, they were addressing me like maestro. I said, no, I'm not maestro, you are maestros. So we started to appreciate each other, and there was something very chemical that happened, and we're very, very, very good friends. Okay, we met them again in Madrid last year when we played with Tridelli in a small festival, and that's how I met the hackers and Fran. And I always told Fran. By the way, Fran and Daniele, our guitar player, are also friends, and they respect much each other and their works, even though they're very different key guitar players. So that's how I met, and I loved all the guys from Hackers, really, really. Victor sent me, the singer, sent me a very nice Italian message when he heard my first singles. They're very nice. I am probably going to meet them in Gran Canaria this year. I want to go and meet them there. So we played together also with Tridelli. Jesus, I met him not directly, but at the concert of November in Choco 2019. But I admire him very much. And when I bought his CDs, he made a very nice dedication to me, where I understood that he was liking me as a musician too. And at that point was the key for me to call him, you know. As soon as I understood that he was respecting me as a musician, I called him, we talked, we spoke about some songs, then we spoke about originally 3 songs, then on the album only 1 came out because I have 2 songs, more rock and roll, that we'll see what we will do with them. More rock, more a little bit more heavier, that didn't fit on the record. But Jesus also was a very, very nice guy, and I thought that he was perfect to do this duet with Nana. And they are doing the ballad together, and I think their voices were really, really good together. And so that's how I met, also how I got Jesus in.
The songs that are recorded in this CD were written for this CD especially? No.
These songs are from, well, 2 of them, yes. 2 of them, yes. I think I wrote Once in a Lifetime with Daniele, and I'd Rather Be a Fool by myself, all by myself. Those were from the CDs. The other songs are from the 90s. Gifts of Life was from 94, and at that time there was this magazine, American magazine called Billboard, and Billboard was doing at that time kind of contest for non-professional songwriters. Okay, and that song got didn't win any prize, but had the honorable mention in the 8% more important of the concourse. Okay. And so we did it again, and we put it in this album.
Who take you to be a musician?
I don't know. I started to play at first. When you grow in certain kind of families here in Rome, central Rome, or something, you have to study languages and you have to play an instrument. You have to. Okay. So they sent me to English school. And at that time I was angry. Now I thank them for that. And they had me play guitar, and they had me play piano. Okay, so I took guitar lessons, I took piano lessons. I did all the 5 years course of guitar, classical guitar and classic piano. But after that, I stopped. When I was like 13, 14, 15, maybe, I started to have my own band. Like I was always singing my own songs. I was always writing my own songs, even if they were really simple Beatles things, you know, very simple. From the 79, 1980 and on, I always had a band where I was the writer of lyrics and song and music, very simple stuff. And I always wrote. I never played in any tribute band because I'm not technically skilled to play. I mean, I never tried anyway. I never tried to do other things. You know, I did some kind of, yes, maybe I did some Jim Croce. I did some Bob Dylan. I did some Eagles when I was young, but I was always writing my own things. So I was enough as a guitar player and as a keyboard player for my things. And it all developed. Then I started having a recording studio in my canteen here. So I ended up having 24 digital channels, 3 ADATs, a big Mackie console like this. I like these things. Then I stopped for like 15 years. And then Faber Farina, 7 or 8 years ago, took me from the year, said, we have like 85 songs here. What do we want to do with them? Now I had the money, I had the possibility of doing them, and I did one. After one, I did The Man with the Red Shoes. It's crazy.
It's crazy, eh? But tell me, who taught you to be a lawyer?
No one. I have talent to be a lawyer. I'm not the best lawyer on the market, of course. I'm a normal lawyer, okay? My old teacher, very important lawyer where I started, told me the most important thing for a lawyer is not knowledge, because you find everywhere some good lawyer that will work for you. It's the attitude with the client. It's how you relate to the client, and that's something I have, I think. So I started to be a lawyer in a very big firm. But when I saw that there was no place for me to grow, I opened my own firm. I have a partner here that she's very good. She started to me when she was 24 years old. Now she's 40. She's a great lawyer. We have another young lawyer. She's a very good criminal lawyer and trainee. I put up a law firm that can work together very well, and I can do a little bit more in the music side.
This story starts when a Spanish fans contact you on Facebook and ask you for your music. Now you have 2 CDs, you have a band. What is the next step? Two bands. What is the next step?
Next step is to make the first full album of Tridelli this year. So Tridelli will be out with a full album, I expect in September. Okay, we are starting recording now with Daniele, the guitars and the key and the that's a very easy bass, guitars and drums and voice. A lot of voices because I like harmonies. So that's going to be out this year. I want to bring Tridelli live because it's a very easy project to have in festivals and stuff. It's like four young guys that go there and play. I want to make the third album of course, Mike Della Bella project. I have some ideas already. I have the songs already. I need to choose where to go in terms of singers and drummers, more or less. I have some ideas, but it's not clear at the moment. And I want to bring also, if possible, Mike Della Bella project live somehow, some way. Because Mike Della Bella, we were out in Rome in a very nice festival here, but there was 11 people on stage. You know, we have 2 guitars, we have 3 dientos, we had 2 background singers, and it was a very, very expensive production. So in Italy, it's very tough to find venues that pay you to play. So as long as I find people that can at least cover our expenses, I can take the band wherever. You know, maybe Mike Della Bella is better for jazz festivals or AOR festivals. Tridelli is definitely more Imperium. I see them playing in Imperium. If it's not 25, for sure 26. I see Tridelli playing in Swedish festivals, if not in 25. Oh, 25s, yes, probably, yes, because it's 24 now, yes. So these are I have a lot of projects, and I'm lucky enough to have a lot of friends that support me, you know, emotionally. And it's very important for us.
Yes. According to your own personal experience, how the dreams can come through?
Dreams can come true if you are very consistent in what you do. If you treat well people, because if you don't treat well people, people will never treat you well, and it will, you know, shit out, shit in. If you, so trying to be fair with people the more that you can, because in this album also I had to cut out some people. I had to cut out some singers. I had to cut out something that was not perfect for the song. Okay, and it was very painful, but I did it openly. You know, but it was painful to do that. But I try to be the more transparent possible. I pay everyone. There's no one ever asked me for money. I always pay them before they ask me. So you need consistency, you need money, you need character, you need to be I think you need to be a good person after all, you know. Otherwise people will just turn their back on you. And I never had people turning back on me, fortunately enough. You're here, and you are the living proof of the friendship that is connecting me with Spain, because I would never have the privilege of talking with someone as important as you in your job. I would never dream of doing anything like that. You know, I'm just the last one of the queue. That every day on Spotify there are a million of tracks coming out. I am a privileged guy, very privileged guy.
I'm the last one too.
No, it's not true.
Yes. No, but I think the same when I think of you, that you are a very important person, a person with a strong desire of going forward. This the idea. Yes. So my last.
But I'm not selfish. I mean, I don't want to go. I want people to listen. I want people to listen to my songs. That's all. Because I think that, okay, now let me be a little bit over the top. Okay, I don't think there is no one putting out an album like The Man with Red Shoes. That is a unique mix. I'm not hard rock school, where you have the verses with the chorus and the choruses with the eighth note. Okay, I'm different from that, and I'm not even the same as any West Coast Bill Bounty or Bill Champlin thing. That they are very in the school. I don't care of going out of the borders. No one is asking me to stay inside because we don't sell, because where is our market? I don't care where is my market. I just want to do things that I like, and I don't think that there is anyone doing anything like this.
Thank you very much for your time. I hope to see you. I listened this record a lot of times, and I hope to see you with a band on the stage one day.
Okay, let me say thank you very much to you, because really I have goosebumps now, because I was never expecting of talking with someone as knowledgeable, as important, and with a career, with a background like you. And I really thank you very much, because this gives me the power inside to continue to send things to people, to be good to people, try to make records, try to make music. Because if I didn't have kind of feedback from people like you that are known in the business and stuff like that, I would always doubt about me. And this is the fuel that keeps me running. So I'm just back to thank you very much, because as I told you, this is the fuel that keeps me up and running, you know.
Thanks to you, Mike. Let me tell you that I will take your work, yes, and